I hope that the user will join back. That's our usual. Yeah, cool. That's our usual. Yeah, pause. The Zoom pause. Let's call it. So let's actually finish that one. So yeah, we are kind of 100% there among other projects. I think we were one of the first ones that made this 100%. But let's see. So you're saying that in general it should be any error with that. And this solo monitor, is it within our pipeline or not? Is it?
No, I'm not getting what it means. I think he meant it in like general sense that because yeah, they evaluate this 100% is being done somewhere on their place in somewhere in their CI, right? They're running something. My understanding is that upstream project for the CLO monitor is called scorecard, SCORE right? But
Yep.
they may add something on top of it. I'm not sure if it's like one-to-one correspondence between scorecard and CLO monitor. I think it's not, because if you run scorecard on our project, it doesn't give you 100%. Right?
Yeah, and I think this is what Yuri was dealing with folks about. And I'll see. There's no way to find out.
Actually, I think that the CLO monitor focuses only on security subset of scorecard, because scorecard does much more.
No, it's actually, it focuses on much more. It's not only security.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's all the stuff. It's governance, contribution, adopters. This is actually where we kind of started the adopters and the change log. So it checks lots of stuff. Documentation, license, best practices. So yeah, it goes through everything. So that's why. But my question was more kind of: is it something that is running within the our pipeline, or is it something that you include as the, let's say, to GitHub as application, and then it works then as a check?
I think it's not being part of our pipeline. We just already registered our project to this, or I think it was registered by default because it's in the CNCF.
Because I would be happy to see it here, right? So I can see that Silo's happy, rather than checking for some external things, right?
We may look if there is a GitHub action for CLO monitor or scorecard.
Yeah. So, okay. And
yes, so hopefully it will be evaluated soon, because it kind of blocks us.
Yeah.
But let's
but let's just try that one and see, because I can see only it's just requires a review. Okay, let's try to finish that today. So anything else, guys? So CFP for KubeCon, I think it's done, right? Michal?
Yeah. I made a special video for them and submit the request to attend. And basically, I asked you guys if you want to attend as well. I put there me and Tim as like two presenters presentation. And yeah, that's all. We'll see. They didn't respond yet.
I also sent a talk about my toy project, but the chances are really low. Like there's a lot of submissions. So.
Okay, I didn't know there are so many. Yeah, but I sent them like 3 or 4 videos and some links, and that we have a reference to a book. Basically, you can read all from the submission. There is the link with our Slack version on that.
Good news is that I will be probably there, so we can hang out in Amsterdam.
Awesome.
Yeah, I hope we'll make it. So this one is still on me. Didn't kind of bring this up. My bad. But yeah, really, we need to again explain that. Yeah, we need some kind of or maybe we can improve that. Maybe at least like support testing link with the sharing options, because this is where the problem starts. To cluster strategy support. So I think this is the last one was that it's not done for failover yet. I guess it's in progress. Nope.
You're not sharing the right.
Yeah. So this one.
Yeah, if is my name on it? Okay, I don't have bandwidth for that. Sorry. That requires a lot of design, I guess, and yeah.
Okay, so we'll leave it.
Yeah. And what was the Michal's weighted round robin thing merged already? Because it can kind of leverage his work.
Yeah, basically it's partially, but at the moment there is one more task which had like a, let's say, higher priority, and we had an issue when let's say some external app like Rancher or something is changing the annotations. The reconciliation is executed and it removes the annotations, and the Rancher went back, and this is like some kind of deadlock, you know. I wrote some filter for our annotations, which are basically which we allow to replace and which we are not allowed to replace. But after some like a deep talk, we realized that we should not do just some like a flat small change and do the bigger, which kills several issues. But the thing is that it's bigger and bigger and bigger. So for your question, the Vader of the Robin, there is missing like annotation which changes the rates within the ingress settings, and I'm doing the much bigger change now, working on that. And in terms of that change, I'm also implementing the Vader of the Robin, providing the Vader of the Robin through the ingress annotations, you know. So basically I will kill it altogether, but the problem is that the thing is messy and it is bigger and bigger. And I had some talk already with the team today. And
so on that one, I still like we had a discussion. I think it relates to that ingress being the first class citizen and leaving just will be only for status, or maybe even so Michal has an idea even like to remove that status, maybe I use the annotations for GSLB status, which I'm kind of I'm not sure if it's the right thing, but
well, I can ask on the discussion what guys will tell. The advantage is that we could possibly do not make operator, but do the controller, which means we will like remove like the GSLB itself, GSLB CRD and such stuff. And the ingress will be originator for everything. Controller will read that and the process, and we will handle like two entities, only ingress and DNS endpoint.
So
that could simplify a lot of things.
Yeah. I did a demo I made this reconciliation queue, remove all these stuffs, and it is somehow working. Currently I have, except that no tests are passing, I have the problem with generating endpoints. Basically, they doubled to me, so this is some like a logical stuff now at the moment. But at all, I removed a lot of stuff. So in terms of you, whatever you're doing, I will edit and just
I'm doing nothing.
yeah,
guys,
but
just
if you do, I will fix that, or you will see large design changes. Whatever.
Yeah,
I was
just
just
one.
asking because this change can be implemented using weighted
Mm.
round robin, because you've got something that's more general, right?
Okay.
Because in a way, if you have multiple clusters and one has 100% and the other one have 0, it's basically failover. Right?
Oh.
So on that bigger, like the changes become bigger and bigger. So I'd like us to have a separate session, like to follow up and discuss, because this is really a architectural change. I'd like to go through our ADR and start doing this.
Sorry, maybe I will make put the couple of questions into the slide, so everyone will be like prepared.
But I also
perhaps
would like
create
to,
some create some survey, because it's a UX thing, right? Because it's the way it defines how people will use K8GB, right? It's an API thing. If they want to use CRDs or plain ingresses, it's not on us, right? We should make some like informed decision to drop CRDs or not.
Yeah, but anyway, it should be informed decision. It should be reflected. So the the common recent practice, and that's actually inflicted by the security practices, the policies, right? Is that not so much the application teams are able to create the CRs, right? I'm not even talking about installing one thing, but creating the certain CRs is sometimes a problem for the application teams, and for them the dealing, and that's one aspect. And another aspect is actually migrating from non-KGB enabled, let's say, ingresses to the KGB enabled one. From that aspect, I think like recently our from community, people are picking up ingresses with annotations. That's a really simple case. With all ingress, you just need to add a few annotations and just keep in mind about how FKDN should look like. And from security point of view, right, you're still dealing with ingress, which is standard object that you have access to. You don't need to modify bug for that. And controller takes care about the rest, because it has like certain like proper airbag. And that's the thing that kind of makes the ingress at least first class citizen. No matter how, and that's why I'm thinking like even from the documentation point of view, we're trying to promote GSLB, but then people are asking, okay, as soon as they find out that there's possibility to to use ingress with annotations, they go that route, because it's like way simple. Anyway, that I think this change is really breaking change, and it should be proper discussion around that, architectural discussion,
and
proper
also to play
decision record.
Sorry, to play devil advocate here, like if the ingress is chosen as a Flaskar citizen and the single source of truth, then we will have a problem with the gateway API, because there are no ingresses in this scenario. And
yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? That we should really wait many things. So, and it should be session, like separate session, because I think the amount of time we have for our meetings is not enough for that. Plus that thing with the annotations, like conflicts and synchronization, that's really kind of happening on customer side, and it's this issue that requires some hotfix. So I'd like to separate these two, right? And I'd like to address the existing issue with what we have, and then do the breaking changes, because that the customer, they won't see any fix if we do the breaking change, because of the decision we made about ingress v1. API support, and they are not able to migrate to 1.20 version even this year. So whatever we apply, whatever good or changes we applied to 0.10, they're still sticking to 0.8.8, and we even now thinking about maybe backporting and things like this. But I'd like to discuss it like later. And I remember that it was really hard because you in versions like 1.20, you even have the beta versions of API and like V1 ingress is created. And in order to, and you have to remember which one is which. You don't want to convert them right away because people are running GitOps CI/CDs. So there will be always a kind of overwriting that creating another ingress. So yeah, that's the. But now we're kind of thinking maybe even about starting with some backporting for some hot fixes for 0.8, which is.
Also, I have to run. I've got
Yeah,
another
yeah.
meeting. So.
Me
Good
as
to see ya.
well. So thank you guys, and yeah, see you around. Cheers.
See you guys. Have a nice
Yeah.
day. Bye bye.
Cheers. Bye.